Okay, so part of the interview with David Grusch and Ross Coulthart has been unleashed on us. More is to come tomorrow or later this week, but at least we get some snippets from the interview and some really juicy stuff, including the fact that we have alien bodies. This is gangbusters. This is huge. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, I've got an assist by Baxi right now. He's being very helpful. He's being a very good cat. And but yeah, so everybody has been very much anticipating the interview with David Grusch given by Ross Coulthart and teased about on his show with Bryce the Bell. And anyway, so let's just get right to it. Here's what David Grusch, and by the way, just in case this is your first exposure to this story, David Grusch is a whistleblower. He was the lead investigator for the U.A.P. task force, and he was tasked, I suppose, with finding out what the government knew about this stuff and what they were up to, and they were up to a lot. And he found out what, or at least a big part of it. He found the UFO crash retrieval program and reverse engineering program. And he's got the goods. He knows the names of the programs. He knows the locations of the ships. And he has delivered his report to Congress, his testimony under oath to Congress, along with proof. Apparently, this is classified proof, unfortunately, and so we have not been able to see it. I am hoping that there will be some sort of unclassified version of that testimony that gets released, because we do need the proof, whatever is available. However, Congress knows where the ships are now. There is no legitimate reason why Marco Rubio and Kirsten Gillibrand are not standing atop a UFO right now with, giving a full press conference. We know that they know where the ships are now. This is ridiculous. This is absurd that they are not out there, doing this press conference right now. Of course, they have probably known about it for a while, and they have kept it under wraps, and they are still keeping it under wraps. So let's just see what David Grusch, whistleblower extraordinaire, has to say.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the U.S. defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
Grusch sitting down with award-winning investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who's reporting for News Nation and has spent years reporting on the UFO question.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the U.A.P. task force?
The U.A.P. task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No. I thought it was totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me they were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the U.A.P. task force was not read into.
You're right. If you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
Boom, there you go. Not only do we have ships, quite a number of them apparently, but we also have bodies. It's interesting that he mentions landed craft as well as crashed craft. What does that mean exactly? Did beings just sat down to, get some milk somewhere, and then the military stormed in and seized the craft, and potentially the beings, did they land and then die off somehow, and we came into possession of the craft? Did they land and give us the craft? Because according to several videos that I have made and research that I've done, it seems like at some level within the control group, we are working with the beings. That's according to my own research, and if you have different ideas or if your research has led you down a different avenue, I totally respect that. However, I tend to believe in some of the more conspiratorial things. That is where my research has shown me, and I have seen a good amount of evidence for that, although I would still love to get more. But anyway, this is amazing. Whether we have live beings or simply bodies, at least this is evidence to me that this is not a planned disclosure. This is a genuine investigator that uncovered some stuff. Because I don't think any sort of planned disclosure would be talking about the bodies. They would present the craft first, and then the bodies much later. They give people something to look at, something physical to study and see, and for TV crews to go in and examine, and Gary Nolan to go and kick the tires and stuff like that, and let people kind of wrap their heads around the reality of the situation. But without bodies, it gives them just enough wiggle room where it may not, cause them to have a meltdown. However, if there are bodies, then that's, you can't say that the government cooked this up as a hoax, or that this could possibly be a Chinese or Russian craft. So it doesn't allow for the cognitive dissonance that only presenting the craft would. So to me, this is science. This is not a planned disclosure. This is just a real investigator that found the goods. And great. But he is not doing this without risk to his own life, as he himself says.
Because everybody watching this right now is looking at your face. Mm-hmm. They're going, is this guy for real?
I am for real. And I'm sitting here at great personal risk and obvious professional risk by talking to you today.
I hope they are keeping him safe and protected. I hope they're keeping his locations a secret. I hope he is being very careful about where he goes, who he talks to, and what he eats. He definitely seems kind of on edge. And I totally 100% understand. And thank you very much, David Grusch, for having the courage to come forward and talk about this. This is an amazing story that is hopefully going to rip the roof off of this whole cover-up that has plunged us into ignorance for 70 to 90 plus years. But the interesting thing is it's not just David Grusch. He is an important part of all of this, no doubt. But there are others as well saying the same things. Listen to what Leslie Kean had to say.
Latest report is even more explosive, but Kean says she has multiple sources who back up Grusch's story.
I believe it because of all the sources I have who have told me the same thing. So who am I to doubt these very, very high-level people who have been inside these programs for decades, have done their work, and are all telling me the same thing? I mean, I don't think there's some kind of conspiracy among all these people who don't know each other to make something like this up.
So there you go. There are multiple whistleblowers saying the same thing. There are reverse engineering programs. There are bodies. There are crash retrievals. God knows how deep the rabbit hole goes on this. I think it goes pretty deep. But we will see what they can dig up in the days ahead. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is an amazing story. I hope that you share this video and others like it. Really give this story some play. This needs to be in all the news networks. This needs to be live coverage on every channel. The senators and the representatives need to be taken to the UFOs. They know where the bodies are now. They literally probably, but they do know where the craft are, and they should be there on live TV right now. There is no legitimate reason why they are not there right now. So the fact that they are not tells me that they have been compromised. At least the congressmen who have received this testimony, there is no legitimate reason why they should not be on live TV there. These are illegal programs. They can fall under no real protection. So, this is, go guys. Go Gillibrand, go Ernst, go Rubio, go show us a UFO. And if you do not, that is clearly evidence that Tim Burchett was right and you guys have been compromised. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video or gotten something out of it, give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and the bell to be notified of future videos. Baxi would really like that. He thinks that's really cool. He's twitching his ear because he thinks so strongly about that. And if you want to join me on social media, there's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. And again, please share this video when it drops on social media. There are plenty of other videos on the channel. And until next time, I will see you then. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.